Now, here's what I want to know. You got Aisha Howard, who's Lil Baby's first baby mama. She's either 38 or 36. I saw two different ages. And then you have Anthony Edwards, who's a basketball player for Minnesota, I believe. And he's 23. But here's the thing. They met back in 2022, which means if he's 23 now, how old was he when they met? Which leads me to my next question. We already know that she's taking advantage of him. But I want to know, is she taking advantage of him because he was young, is young and dumb? Or is she taking advantage of him because he's already a deadbeat? And now we're going to get into the text messages in just 1 second where she told him that she was pregnant and he said, well, get an abortion. But I want to tell you, when they went to court, what she did was she tried to say, well, she said a couple of things. She said that she lives in California, which means she should be able to get a higher amount of child support. She also said that she didn't know that he had all these other kids. She said she didn't find that out until she was 6 months pregnant. She said that put her in a whole bunch of stress during her pregnancy. And now she feel like she can't even connect with her baby properly because of all the stress that she's going through. So I know she's playing the game, but I want to know, is she taking advantage of a sucker? Or is she taking advantage of a dumb young child? So here's the text messages. She said, maybe that's not the right there. She said, there's a lesson in it for us. All one you might actually learn from this. Let me find out there's a third option and she just slow. Anyway, he says, I'm not trying to learn. She says, obviously, but learning might actually help you move differently so you don't keep revisiting the same situation, if that makes sense to you. Girl, who are you to teach him a life lesson by having a baby? You know you want to have that baby so you could have a secure paycheck for the next 18 years. And instead of just not responding, he says, okay. She says, I'm not trying to go back and forward with you, period. Already, you seem bullheaded on defense for whatever reason, and we ain't even got to get into that. But I'm grown enough to cut to the chase because I'm grown enough to accept the consequences of my actions, whether you're ready to accept yours. On that note, we can have this conversation now or later in person or text, but the situation has become deeper. She says it's deeper than we both may have intended, and being childish running from it won't make it go away. I'm pregnant. Wanted to tell you in person, but you gave me no other choice. We probably should have kept it cordial, but we're here now. And again, he says, okay, get the abortion. He says, I don't need hush money. My intentions aren't to blackmail you in any way. I'm being upfront and honest. I'm not getting an abortion. It's not an option. I can keep you updated through the process, or I can disappear until the baby's here. Girl, it's not having multiple babies. Anyway, she means, or she can disappear until the baby is here. Either way, I'm done going back and forth. Anyway, she says, I'm done going back and forth because you still think it's a joke. He says, OMG, with a whole bunch of laughing faces. Bye. She said, not bye. See you later. As in, see you in court. I ain't gonna lie, these messages starting to make me feel like she got her a sucker. She says, Anthony, do you hate me? And I think he means it's because you bringing a child in the world that's gonna be without a father. He says, I'm not asking you to be with me in any way, shape, form, or fashion. If you choose to be a complete ghost to your seed, that's totally up to you. That's something you'll have to take up with a higher power. She know what she doing. She got her a sucker. Hard to believe when you father a kid outside of your own. What? Girl, I could barely read this. She says, but I come in peace, dispute what you may think, and I'm not sure how or when to communicate with you without overwhelming you, but we are clear on how you feel. He says, I won't be in a child life I don't want. You are sick, with a whole bunch of laughing emojis. Here's the thing. I think that he is young and dumb, but he's also a sucker. See, he laughing because he don't realize what she's doing. She's covering her ASS. You know how in a corporate job, they tell you CYA, document everything. You have a conversation with somebody. Immediately after that conversation, you go and send an email. Hey, the conversation we had about ABCDYXZ, it was great. I loved it. Here's what I think. Here's what you said. Here's what we gonna do. Essentially, that's what she's doing. If you can pick up on the way that she's speaking to him, it's in a way that when she show these messages to the judge or to the lawyer, they're going to give her everything she asking for. She going to be like, I was so civil. I didn't know he had all these other kids. I tried to be nice and, tell him that we could do this or that or this or that. And he just took me as a joke. All he said was LOL, bye, LOL, okay, LOL, bye. Boy, you done got. And I don't feel bad because they say you got like 6 or 7 other kids that you also don't take care of. But you 23. But you been having kids since you was 15? His other baby mamas better take notes. Take them to court.